Today was a busy day at work. I work virtually most of the time. Sometimes I go into the office when I need to, but mostly virtually. But we had a bunch of meetings today, and my brain is just very tired. Chronic illness life, Spoonie life. If you know, you know. I wanted to sit down in the reading chair, and he only ever wants to sit here, Remy. Only ever wants to sit here when I sit here, of course. But he just let me cut his nails, so that's another if you know, you know. And so we're not going to move him because he was just traumatized. Anyway, today is a fun day because Book of the Month got here today. I've mentioned before that I'm a Book of the Month member. Really enjoy their service, and I was also just organizing my Book of the Month backlist, and so I thought that it'd be a great time to share with you what my Book of the Month backlist is and see what you recommend I start with. If you've read these, let me know. Tell me where to start, because sometimes it feels overwhelming. I have 22 books, so we're not going to spend a lot of time on the synopses, because we also have to unhaul the new ones, which I'm super excited about. So first up is Writers and Lovers by Lily King. I should say these are not in any order. This was from March of 2020. This is about 31-year-old Casey, who has just lost her mother and had a relationship end, and she is a waitress and in debt and is a former child golf prodigy, and kind of takes you through her life. I started listening to this on audio a while back, and I liked it. I just got distracted by other things. So that's where we can put these. This one's a little wet. Are you guys getting wet? How are we getting wet? I don't know. Okay, next up is The Foxwife by Yangzi Chu. This was just from last month, February 2024. And I think I talked about this in a book haul video. Paper Names by Susie Liu. This is about Tony, who is a Chinese-born engineer turned Manhattan doorman who immigrated to the United States to give his family a better life. His daughter, Tammy, who we meet at age 9 and follow through adulthood, who grapples with the expectations of a first-generation American and her own personal desires. And then there's Oliver, a handsome white lawyer with a dark family secret who lives in the building where Tony works, and a violent attack causes their lives to intertwine. So this one's from May 2023. This is The Future by Naomi Alderman. This is about a handful of friends who attempt to save the world from tech giants whose greed threatens life as we know it. Then we've got Alice Hoffman, The Invisible Hour. This one doesn't say either on the back. I am a big fan of Alice Hoffman, and I would like to work through all of her books. This is about a heroine whose life is saved by a book and its author, even though they lived hundreds of years apart. This is Dark Corners by Megan Golden. I read The Night Swim by Megan Golden, which was about a podcaster, Rachel, and this is, hello Hopper, the cat is joining us. This is also features Rachel following the search for a popular influencer who disappears after visiting a suspected serial killer. I started listening to this on audio, and it had a quick return time, and I didn't get to finish it. So I probably will listen to this on audio when I can when my hold comes up at at Libby, the Libby app. This is from July 2023. I've got The House is on Fire by Rachel Beanlin. I didn't get this originally when it came out for Book of the Month, but I heard a lot of great buzz about it, and so I wanted to read it. This is a historical fiction about a tragedy that shocked a young nation and tore apart a community in a single night, told from the perspectives of 4 people whose action during the inferno changed the course of history. Richmond, Virginia, 1811 is about a fire at the local theater. So then we've got Claire McIntosh, The Last Party. This is an author that I've really wanted to try. On New Year's Eve, Reese Lloyd has a house full of guests. His vacation homes on Mirror Lake are a success, and he's generously invited the village to drink champagne with their wealthy new neighbors, but by midnight, Reese will be floating dead in the freezing water of the lake. Heard a lot of great things about this one too. This one is November 2022. Then I've got Independence by Shitra Banerjee, Diva Karuni. This is from January 2023. This is set during the partition of British India in 1947, a time of both immense gain and heart-rending loss. Brings to life the sweeping story of 3 sisters caught up in events beyond their control, their unbreakable bond, and their incredible struggle against powerful odds. Love stories about sisters. This is While You Were Out, an intimate family portrait of mental illness in an era of silence by Meg Kissinger. This is a memoir about the Kissinger family and their experience with mental illness in the family. Karen Slaughter, who is a local to me author, an Atlanta author. This is Girl Forgotten. This is from August 2022. This follows Andrea Oliver, who was from the other book, Pieces of Her, which I read and enjoyed. So this is the sequel to that. This just came. Can't wait to read it. From February 2024, The Women by Kristen Hanna. Then we have Mamie. Is it Mamie? Mame. I'm sorry. Mame. By Jessica George. This is about Maddie. Her life in London is far from rewarding. With a mother who spends most of her time in Ghana, Maddie is the primary caretaker for her father, who suffers from advanced stage Parkinson's. At work, her boss is a nightmare, and Maddie is tired of always being the only Black person in every meeting. I've heard so many good things about this book, and it's also beautiful. Any kind of caregiving novel, from my own experience from being my mom's caregiver, is buzzword for me. So definitely want to get to that. My stack is gonna fall over. Evil Eye by Etaf Rum. This is from September 2023. This is about a Palestinian American woman. The meaning of a fulfilling life and the waves our unresolved past effects are present. So this would be a very timely read. I want to get to that one. And then I talked about this one I got last month. This is Betty by Tiffany McDaniel. The Appalachians, let me try that again. The stunning lyrical novel set in the rolling foothills of the Appalachians about a young girl and the family truce that will haunt her for the rest of her life. So this is an Own Voices Indigenous book that I would like to read soon. I know I'm saying that about all of them. Claire Fuller is an author I'd like to read to zero. This I did not get from Book of the Month. I must have gotten this from, I don't know, a used bookstore, probably. This is from December 2016. This is Swimming Lessons by Claire Fuller. Ingrid Coleman writes letters to her husband Gil about the truth of their marriage, but instead of giving them to him, she hides them in the thousands of books he has collected over the years. When Ingrid has written her final letter, she disappears from a Dorset beach, leaving behind her beautiful but dilapidated house by the sea, her husband, and her 2 daughters, Flora and Nan. So, yeah, I love that beautiful cover as well. So this is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacy Willingham. When Chloe Davis was 12, 6 teenage girls went missing in her small Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life. And then when she's an adult, there's more crimes that are similar to what her father did are happening, and they think there's a copycat. Another memoir, Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner. This is honestly, I've avoided this even though I want to read it because it's about Michelle's experience with her mother's death, and that is very fresh in my mind, my mom's own death. So yeah, one of these days I'll read it. So Michelle is an indie rock musician known as Japanese Breakfast, and it talks about food, family, grief, and love. This is another one that I did not get from Book of the Month. I think this was a library book sale, maybe. This is Liberty by Caitlin Greenidge. The critically acclaimed and Whiting Award-winning author of We Love You, Charlie Freeman, returns with Liberty, an unforgettable story about one young Black girl's attempt to find a place where she can be fully and only herself. So it's a coming of age of a freeborn Black girl in Reconstruction era Brooklyn. And I also love that cover too. Book of the Month has some pretty good covers. The Last Story of Mina Lee by Nancy Juan Kim. This is a poignant mother-daughter story and surprising mystery. A debut novel that illustrates the devastating realities of being an immigrant in America. And then we've got This Time Will Be Different by Misa Segura. I got this because I know Misa's brother is a local journalist in Atlanta, and he is an outstanding writer, and so I definitely wanted to give his sister a try. Katsuyama's Never Quit, but 17-year-old CJ doesn't even know how to get started. She's never lived up to her mom's type A ambition, and she's perfectly happy just helping her Aunt Hannah at their family's flower shop. Hannah believes each flower has a meaning and that her own brand of flower magic, she can help her customers achieve their heart's desires. CJ believes Hannah is full of it. But when it comes to arranging the perfect bouquet, she's finally found something she might be good at, a skill she might even be proud of. Until her mom announces she's planning to sell the shop to the McAllisters, the same people who swindled CJ's family and many others out of their property when Japanese Americans were sent to internment camps during World War II. Yeah, that sounds really good. And then Jennifer McMahon, My Darling Girl. I have read Jennifer McMahon before and really enjoyed her writing. What was the other book? I can't remember what the other book I read of hers was. This is about Allison O'Connor, has a picture-perfect family life in small-town Vermont with her husband Mark and their 2 daughters, the rebellious teenage Izzy and the precocious elementary schooler Olivia. Everyone is busily putting up holiday decorations around the house when Allison gets the call. Mavis, her estranged mother, has been diagnosed with cancer and has only weeks to live. Yeah, that's another mother-daughter story, caregiver story with, and this one has a sinister twist is what I understand. All right, let me see if I can open this with my book of the month with a cat in my lap. Oh, can we get it open? We can. All right, so the first one is my pick for March is Hereafter by Amy Lynn. If Book of the Month has a memoir, I'm probably going to pick it. This is a grief memoir, which is also something that I read a lot about. Amy Lynn's husband dies, and this follows her after it. Ooh, it's written in little short little snippets. So that'll be interesting. Okay, so then for this month in March was the Book of the Year was announced for Book of the Month, which was voted on by the members. The winner was Abby Jimenez. I think it was Yours Truly. That's what it was called. Haven't read Abby Jimenez yet. I want to. I also tend to not read physical copies of romances. Romances aren't really my genre to go to. But I do want to try Abby Jimenez, and I think I would probably do the audio. But I did get, they let you get a free gift book of any of the books that were nominated for Book of the Year, and I got Wayward by Amelia Hart. This has been talked about a lot on BookTube, and it has 3 timelines: 2019, 16, 19, and 1942. So a historical novel, which I hope to get to at some point, maybe in October. I think this would be a good October read. Then I got 2 from last month that I have heard more about and I'm interested in. This is The Storm We Made by Vanessa Chan, a captivating, sweeping novel about a Malayan mother who becomes an unlikely spy for the invading Japanese forces during World War II and the shocking consequences that rain upon her community and family. Yeah, that sounds... And this is her debut. My voice is going. It's pollen time in Atlanta. And then Dolly Alderton, Good Material. Andy loves Jen. Jen loved Andy, and he can't work out why she stopped. Now he is without a home, waiting for his stand-up career to take off and wondering why everyone else around him seems to have grown up while he wasn't looking. I read Ghosts by Dolly Alderton, I think in January, and really liked it. And let's see what so I wanted to try her again. Getting Distracted. Oh, that's funny. So this says, let's get to the bottom of this Book of the Month. That's cute. Yeah, so There's a lot of Book of the Month books that I need to, that I want to read. And I have a lot of other books too to read. Tell me in the comments below if you've read any of these, if you think I should prioritize some over the others. Yeah, tell me where to start with all these, because like I said, it feels a little overwhelming. I also will mention that one of the things I like about Book of the Month is that you can pause your subscriptions. So mine is currently paused because I need to catch up reading some of these. So yeah, help. Let me know in the comments below. And I appreciate you sticking with me through all these Book of the Month books. Let me know if you are a member of Book of the Month and what you got for this month. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.